and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jess and I love doing DIY, making clothes in a simply but free way. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you how I make my puff sleeve tee dress. This dress have a really big sleeve and also have a tie at the wrist, a little deep V-neck and fit this way. To me, it's just a perfect outfit for the season and it's really easy to make, so I hope you will like the tutorial. And just so you know, I learned sewing by myself, so a lot of my techniques might not be correct or really professional ways, but it worked for me, so I think it would work for you too. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so we could go along with each other on this sewing journey. And let's get started. I use 2.5 meters of boy fabric in green color. The first step is making the pattern for the dress. I cut a rectangle with 42 cm length, which is the width from the shoulder to a bit above the belly button, and 70 cm width, which is the length from the neck to the wrist. From one end of the width line, I mark at 10 cm inside. After that, I mark down on the length line at 26 cm, which is the depth of the V-neck that I want, then connecting two marks together. At the other length line, I mark at 5 cm from the top. Then connecting this mark to the neck mark on the width line, it will be the shoulder line of the dress. From the end of the shoulder line, I move down and mark at 25 cm, which is the width of the sleeve that I want. From one end on the other width line, I mark at 26.5 cm inside, which is a quarter of the bust side plus 6 cm. Then connecting this mark to the mark on the length line next to it. I draw a curved line based on that line to create the underarm big line for the sleeve part. After cutting, we will have the front pattern of the top bodice of the dress. To make the back pattern, I fold the paper in half first. Then I use the front pattern to draw along with the neck area at the folding part. Because the back pattern will be longer than the front pattern, around 2 cm for the width at the shoulder, so I add 2 cm extra at the shoulder line. After that, I draw a curved line at the top of the shoulder line to create the neck for the back pattern. After cutting, we will have the back pattern of the top bodice. Apply the patterns to the fabric and cutting. Don't forget to overlock the fabric after that. Now I'm connecting the front and the back bodice together at the shoulder line. However, I keep around 11 cm open at the end of the shoulder line to create the open area for the sleeve later. I fold the end fabric at the end of the shoulder line inside 2 times and sew to finish it. After that, I connect two underarm big lines of the front and the back bodice together. At the end of the sleeve, I'm making a loose seam first, then I create the puffy later. Make sure the final width of the puffy should be bigger than your wrist. I cut a long rectangle with 5 cm width and around 60 cm length or longer to hem the end of the sleeve and also to create a tie there. After the first seam, I fold the other side of the rectangle inside 2 times and make the second seam. To hem the neck of the top bodice, I use a long rectangle with around 2.5 cm width and 120 cm length. The way I hem the neck is quite similar to the way I did for the hand. However, the folding to finish the hem will be inside instead of outside like the sleeve. At the end of the top bodice, I connect 2 front parts together at the gap of the neck, and we finish the top of the dress. Moving to the bottom of the dress, I cut a trapezoid with 53 cm for the shorter width, which is the same with the end of the top bodice, and 69 cm for the longer width, which is 1.5 times a half of my hip size. The length of the trapezoid is 25 cm, which is a half of the width from the belly button to upper my knees. It's the length of the dress that I want. I make a curved line at the short width first, then connecting 2 pieces together at the curved line, and at the first tee of the bottom part. The second tier is 2 rectangles with 25 cm length, which is the same with the first tier, and 105 cm width, which is 1.5 times the width of the first tier. I connect 2 pieces of the second tier together at the width line first. Then I fold the end fabric inside 2 times at one end of the length line and sew to finish it. At the other end of the length line, I'm making a loose seam first, then I create a perfect later. Make sure the final length of the perfect have to be 69 cm, which is the same length of the first tier. So I can connect the first tier and the second tier together to finish the bottom of the dress. Because this fabric is a little thin and can see through, so I add a lining for the bottom part. I cut 2 rectangles with 45 cm length, which is 5 cm shorter than the length of the bottom part, and 69 cm width, which is 1.5 times a half of my hip size. It's also the width at the bottom of the first tier. I mark at 8 cm inside from 2 ends of the top width line. So the width between 2 marks will be 53 cm, which is the same with the width at the top of the first tier, and also the same with the width at the end of the top bodice. Then connecting 2 marks to 2 ends of the other width line. I also make a curved line at the top to make it easier when connecting on pieces together later. Sewing 2 pieces of the lining together at the sides first, then folding the end of the lining inside 2 times to finish it later. Now it's time to connect the top and the bottom of the dress together at the waist. After fixing them together, I keep connecting the lining part to the waist, then sewing. I use an elastic band with 1.5 cm width to make the waist for the dress to fit to my waist when wearing. So I created a fabric hole with around 2 cm width at the waist for the elastic band to go through. Don't forget to close the fabric hole after connecting 2 ends of the elastic band together. And I finished this DIY. Here's my final result. This dress is so fashionable and perfect for spring summertime. I hope you will try it out. See you next week!